Yo, it's your boy. Guys, as you already know, Modern Warfare 3 Zombies is coming. I wanted to make this video to point out what needs to be done so that way Call of Duty does not tank this year's zombies. And I just want to say, guys, my fire alarm is going to keep beeping because I actually can't get to it. It's a funny story. I'll probably make a video about it later. However, if you're hearing it out through the video, let me know. It'll probably be funny to find out. Maybe we can make it an Easter egg. Comment on the section below at what point in the video you heard the fire alarm. By the way, like, comment, and subscribe or else. Guys, so first things first, the main thing that if you go and you play, for example, Call of Duty Cold War Zombies, which I believe is where they made that really big major switch from the traditional way of how Call of Duty used to make zombies. You look at it and you realize that the game is no longer suspenseful. It's not as scary as it used to be, quote unquote. I remember growing up playing Call of Duty when I was like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. And I would think, oh my gosh, this is actually kind of, there's a lot of suspense. It's scary because you wouldn't know where the zombies were, right? So for me personally, one of the biggest things that I think Call of Duty needs to get rid of right away before they come out with MW3 Zombies is the radar, right? That mini radar that we have, I personally think if you know and you see where all the zombies are coming from, there's really not that much of a suspense factor to it. Now you might say, JI, but it helps you find where all the machines are, and you can tell where all the perks are, and you know where the ammo is and all this good stuff because there's so many more stuff now. And that kind of brings it back to the point of, right, that having to figure that part out on your own was what I liked about the game, right? You had to remember where certain perks were. You had to remember how to get to certain parts. You never knew when the zombies were coming. And thus, that suspense and that not knowing factor and having to figure it out factor made the game exciting. The second biggest thing they need to really make sure they're paying attention to for MW3 Zombies is just overall the difficulty level of the game, right? You know, for example, back in the traditional times of zombies, the Treyarch, Black Ops 2, obviously the Black Ops 1, the World at War zombies, what they excelled in was the difficulty of how everything worked. Some of the basics, such as the power having to be turned on right away. The fact that you could just right away start teleporting and right away start being able to pack a punch and right away start being able to use most perks, right? Takes away from the difficulty of what the game is all about, right? Back in my day, I'll call it my day. I don't think I'm that old, but we'll call it that. We had to go to the pack a punch machine if we hadn't already had to build it, right? In some cases, you'd have to build the pack a punch. No, first you'd have to turn on the power. Then you'd have to build the pack a punch machine. Then you'd have to actually put your gun in, right? After earning, I believe, 5 to 7 grand or whatever it was, you would put your gun in, and then you would have to wait until the gun was finished pack a punching. So while the zombies came and attacked you, if that was your only gun, right, you would literally be running around with no gun until that pack a punch machine was ready. So it's just the small things like that that make the big difference, right? Another big thing is just in general, the maps, better said, that are made nowadays in the same point of difficulty is they're just big, right? There's a lot of room, there's a lot of space, and it's kind of hypocritical to say this because I know that we've always complained about how small the zombies maps were, so we kind of brought this upon ourselves. But what I'm trying to say is that when a map is too open and there's just so much space to run to, it takes away again from that difficulty of, oh my gosh, I better make sure I'm playing my cards right and I don't get trapped here, right? But it's hard to do that now with how big these maps are and how many options and how many zip lines and how many transporters and all this stuff, right? So the small things like that are what are going to really help MW3 Zombies excel. Yo, I know there's a little commercial here. I'm pausing the video because of our sponsors today. I'm just kidding. There's no sponsors. I just wanted to remind you to like, comment, subscribe. If you got love for this video, or even if you got some hate for it too. I mean, if you got something you want to say it. Put it in the comments, but make sure you like and subscribe, dang it. let's hit play on the video again. Let's find out what that final part is. And on to the final point of what's gonna make Call of Duty Zombies kick some butt and what's gonna leave MW3 Zombies as one for us to remember forever. It's going to be tradition. Tradition in this community matters, especially if you're a diehard COD fan like myself, who's been around since Call of Duty 4. Bring back the ray gun, right? Bring back the monkeys that you would throw in the middle and it would clap and all the zombies will start chasing. If you can, bring us back the OG characters. We want Richtofen back. We want Samantha back, right? We want Nikolai back, right? We want to see those Easter eggs where it was cool, it was exciting, you never knew what was going to happen next, right? Stick to the traditional things of how zombies started, and trust me, you're going to have a diehard zombies community right behind you all the way. Yo, you're still here? I hope you like and subscribe at this point. Just kidding. Thank you for watching. I love you. I'll see you in the next video.